Welcome to our Premier family. My name is Marilyn Mueller, and I'm going to be your upline. I'm either going to be your mom, your grandma, your great-grandma, but I'm in your Premier upline, and I am thrilled to be a part of your life. You've made one of the best decisions ever, and I've been doing this for 23 years and can't imagine doing anything else. And let me tell you my little bit of my Premier story, because I didn't wear jewelry, couldn't imagine doing something like this. 23 years ago I wore little tiny earrings and a little tiny cross, and that was my comfort zone. And I got invited to a jewelry show. I didn't want to go to that jewelry show because I thought it was a waste of my time, because we had two daughters, Carrie and Amy, and I was busy running them all over the place, and I didn't think, I thought, I live in a small town of 5,000 people, who's going to wear jewelry? I wasn't wearing it, and I thought the gal that was coming to my house, I would be wasting her time, and because she had to drive an hour to get to my house. So after a while, my friend kept calling and checking and trying to see if I was still busy, and I'm thinking, yes, I have two daughters, I'm busy, I'm running all over the place, and at that time I was teaching decorative art and painting classes, so I had a very full schedule. But the thing that caught me was that she said, well, how about if I do one of your woodcraft shows and you do a jewelry show for me? And I went, I think I can do that. So I went to Highland, I did set all my woodcrafts out, and but it was kind of interesting because Sandy Conway was the last guest, and she's now my Premier upline, and she couldn't make up her mind what she wanted to buy that night. And at the time I didn't realize it, but it was staged. It was totally staged, because she was asking me all these questions like, well, what kind of percentage do you make when you do your woodcrafts? And I'm going, I have no idea, because I just knew I had a lot of work to do. It was a great business, but it was a lot of work. And then she kept telling me, well, you know, when we do your Premier show, you know, we make 50%. And at the time I thought, well, that's nice, but why are you telling me this? You know, I just couldn't relate to it at all. Well, I had, you know, the woodcraft show was great, and then it was time for my jewelry show, and I was probably one of the worst hostesses out there, literally, because I didn't think people would come, and they did. I didn't think they'd buy anything, and they did. And then I had all this free jewelry to pick out, and she wanted me to close that night. Now remember, I'm wearing a little tiny earring and a little tiny cross, and this big stuff, 23 years ago, was big honkin' gold stuff, and it was pretty overwhelming to me. But okay, I finally got all my free jewelry picked out, and then we were invited to hear the business opportunity from Andy Horner, the CEO of the company. My husband Cliff went with me, and we listened, because we were always open to new ideas, and I was not interested. I couldn't imagine myself doing something like this. I did not have the self-esteem or self-confidence. You know, remember, I had my little comfort zone. I was teaching my classes, and I thought that's what I'm doing. And my husband is the one that looked at this and said, I think you should do this. This is a good business deal. Are you crazy? I don't even wear jewelry, and you want me to stand up and talk to people? Oh, I was so nervous. I was so overwhelmed. She held my contracts for 3 days because she was so sure I was going to cancel, because I couldn't imagine myself doing it. But I'm glad that Cliff saw the bigger picture, because he's very business-minded, and Ken pushed me into it, okay, like really pushed me into it, and but now I can't imagine not doing it. And it has blessed my life over and over. It helped us with college for our daughters. It helped pay for 2 big weddings, and now I'm spoiling those 5 grandbabies and doing a very good job of that, I'm very proud to say. And I just can't imagine my life without Premier. The friendships and the people that God has put in my path and in my business. As I say prayers with my 2 little granddaughters up in Chicago, He just blessed my socks off. And that is exactly what this business has done. And I am thrilled that you are heading down a new adventure in Premier Designs, and you're just going to be so blown out of the water of what opportunities lay ahead for you. So congratulations, and I can't wait to meet you if I haven't met you personally, and it's going to be a great adventure.